The InfernoWare experience. We tell heat where to go. GigaChat approved.
Hey, this is Dylan with Industrial Image here with Austin from InfernoWare. We're going to be going over InfernoWare, who they are, everything of that nature. So I wanted to dive into, who you are and how did you find your way into InfernoWare?
It's kind of funny how I got involved in InfernoWare. We will rewind, almost 2.5 years now with my own racing program. I was approached by one of my radiator manufacturers that builds custom radiators for me. And he said, hey, I got this coating that's going to allow your machine to run cooler. You want to try it? Said, sure, let's do it. Didn't know anything about it. And get it on my machine. And sure enough, it works. There was about a 10% decrease in my coolant temperatures. And I ran it for a year that winter. And then Jim Clarich, who's our business development person, reached out to me on Teams. And I had never met Jim. I didn't know who he was. I didn't know what he did. And he starts talking to me about how he was at PRI. And he met Justin at Be Cool. And they started talking back and forth. And Justin goes, well, I did a radiator for a guy that's in Alpena. And lo and behold, it was me. And starts talking to Jim about how I had such great success with it because I had been communicating all that back to Justin. And so Jim starts talking to me on the phone about how I ran. At the time, it was Coveron. And after I got off the phone call with him, it took me a little bit, but I was still confused because I didn't even know Coveron was an IFMC BGM.
Right.
So Jim stayed in touch with me, wanted some reports on my coatings, and we kind of just stayed in touch throughout the summertime. And then I had talked to him briefly about he had talked to me about a potential sponsorship opportunity moving forward for the next year. Well, nothing had happened. And then I coated another radiator for a new build, and Jim had followed back up with me and asking me for details on it. And we kind of talked about if there's a need for the power sports market that, I might potentially be interested in coming aboard. And I think then it led to me talking with Shane.
Mm-hmm.
We went to lunch, talked about what I did, my background, my history with all of the racing. And Shane was intrigued by all of the industry contacts that I had within the sport. And not only within the snowmobile industry, but the motorcycle industry. It's all a niche market.
Mm-hmm.
And you can get to one specific person within 3 different people. Within 3 people, you can get to who you want to get a hold of.
Yeah.
And so Shane thought it would be a good idea to bring me on as business development. And so my time's just being subcontracted out through Convex on a part-time basis. And as we're winding down with that, I'm more or less becoming more and more almost full-time with InfernoWare. So that's kind of how, it was very organic,
Right.
to say the least. Nothing was forced, and it's kind of crazy how it just fell into my lap. And one of the reasons why I was eager to be involved with InfernoWare is I had real-world results.
Right.
I saw it firsthand that it wasn't just smoke and mirrors and products work.
Yeah.
Specifically, I was just working with the Dissipate, so I knew that was enough to get the ball rolling and move forward and see how we could grow and expand it.
Yeah, for someone hearing this for the first time about InfernoWare, what is InfernoWare? What does it do? How does it work?
So InfernoWare has developed thermal management coatings. We offer 3 different coatings. The first one is our heat dissipate, which I just talked about, which dissipates heat out of substrates faster than what the substrates could dissipate the heat by itself.
Mm-hmm.
So we offer that, which we specialize in coating gun suppressors, radiators. We've been doing some performance testing with two-stroke engine applications and trying to tap into the industrial markets and in data centers. The second coating that we offer is Reflect, which is a heat blocking coating. And we've done testing with that on side-by-sides where we've seen upwards to a 45% increase in efficiency with heat block, the heat block. So, for example, on a side-by-side exhaust shield, we've took the stock exhaust shield and coated it with our Reflect coating, and we've seen a lot cooler temperatures on like the shock bodies that are located directly next to that heat shield. The third coating that we have is our shield coating, and we call it Shield, and it's a decorative coating that has some thermal properties to it. I think it's rated up to 500 degrees. And how I like to explain it to people is it's a great alternative to powder coat. So it's a wet spray application, doesn't need to be baked. Compared to powder coat, if you say you crash or have an incident and your powder coat flakes off, you have to strip that whole piece, sandblast it, recoat it, rebake it, and it's a heck of a process.
Yeah,
So
sounds like it.
with the shield coating, say you get a chip in it, you can scuff it up and just spray it again, and you're off to the races. I mean, it's very durable. It has great scratch-resistant properties, abrasive resistance properties. So we offer, I think, over 40 different colors with the Shield line, and it's been great with all of the testing that we've done, salt spray hours, and
I've seen some pretty crazy cool colors too. Was it like gunmetal or galactic gunmetal?
yeah, that's actually our most popular color. It's
Yeah.
like a gunmetal gray, but it has metallic in it.
It's pretty slick looking.
It's pretty sweet.
Yeah.
It's our number one seller.
One of the big ideas is making advanced coatings simple to apply. So, like, why is that simplicity so important? Is it a difficult process?
So with all three of our coatings, they're all a wet spray application that can be applied with a standard Harbor Freight pneumatic gravity feed paint gun. Like, you don't need to go out and buy some expensive gun, and the difference between Reflect, Dissipate, and Shield would just be your tip size. So that is intriguing to customers and applicators, but the fact that you don't have to bake the Shield in an oven is huge. So when it comes to prep work for it, you basically just have to blast it and wipe it down with a degreaser and, finish it off with like a xylene solution to get it clean, and you're off to the races and spraying. As long as you don't have any crazy high humidity in your paint booth and you have temperatures between 60 and 80 degrees, you're gaming. So
Yeah, that's pretty cool. Is there any, other real world applications besides yourself that maybe you have seen, like, okay, yeah, this does work. There is a lot of growth here.
yeah, I mean, with the Dissipate in the radiator market, I mean, we've seen a lot of improvements to different applications. And what we found is that it's kind of contingent upon the size of the radiator. Like, for example, if you have a 10 by 10 radiator on a small engine, you might not see the 20% improvement versus, let's say, like a semi-truck radiator that's 4 foot by 4 foot thick. So there's that. We've done the Reflect in the side-by-side market where we've tried to keep the heat out of the cabs. Like, that's been huge for us. We've developed our own heat shield kit for the Polaris Pro 4 and the Polaris Pro XP, like both the 2-seater and 4-seater. And we're going to be developing more heat shield kits for, we're kind of expanding that to newer models and different brands. So that's going to be exciting.
I've actually experienced the heat shield personally myself,
Mhm.
being in it after it was, before it was applied and then after it was applied. And I was in the back seat, you know,
Mhm.
right where that heat is. And it was a world of difference. I was able to sit back there with no issue comparatively to where it was.
And that's where we see the biggest performance gain on those is the back firewall and the tunnel where the coolant lines run from the front, where the radiator is back to the engine. We really like to block that heat. So, yeah, it does make the driver and passengers a lot more comfortable. So,
Yeah, especially because those are usually used for, you know, long hauls typically, or, you know, big trails, things like that.
yeah, in the summer and hot days, you really benefit from it. And then we've also talked like you don't have to have them on permanently. For example, we live in Michigan. It's cold in the wintertime. There's a lot of people that like to use their side-by-sides in the winter, and if they don't have a model that has HVAC, they can remove those heat shields to let that heat in the cab. So the installation's very simple when it comes to those. So putting them in and out isn't a big deal if
Right.
you're mechanically inclined a little bit. I mean,
Everyone's got a friend.
yeah, and
Yeah.
all of the heat shield, the heat shields that come in the kit, basically mount up in the stock
Oh, that's cool.
location, so you don't have to drill any holes. You can just remove stock bolts, you know, that are holding
Yeah,
the
that's cool.
heat shields on and remove them. So
Okay. Well, and, you know, as InfernoWare grows, you know, what are you most excited about? You know, like, is there a new expansion, markets, anything like that that you're looking forward to or excited to get into?
honestly, I think my excitement comes from the power sports industry and creating those new contacts, and getting people the information that they need to believe in it, and getting them on board. And once they see how efficient these coatings work, like that's what I'm excited about. Just tap into new power sports markets that I'm not even familiar with. You know, my background's snowmobile, dirt bikes, and I wouldn't even say car racing, but I follow it. Whether it's, you know, the Grand Prix Le Mans 24-hour races,
That'd be
or
crazy.
dirt late model races, or, you know, even into NASCAR. Like, I think that it would be huge if we could get our foot in the door for that. And that's kind of like what I'm excited about, is to see how far we can take it and how much it can grow.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, that'd be. I also think it would be really cool to see some of those long races. You know, get that slick InfernoWare card too.
Yeah. And I mean, the industrial market's pretty much untapped too. In where we're deficient at is the data. We know it works. It's getting our foot in the door with specific companies that are willing to prototype with us,
Right.
willing to do some R&D to get us those percentages to see how efficient it works in specific applications. Like, for example, a data center. Yeah, we can benefit data centers 100%. To what extent, we don't know yet, but that's where we're headed.
Yeah.
You know, we want to have those results and be able to, you know, give the customer a bunch of results that show in a positive manner and get them to be believers.
Nice. Well, if someone was looking to, you know, check out InfernoWare, buy InfernoWare, anything of that nature, where would they do? Like, what's the play?
So basically, the easiest way to get information and to purchase InfernoWare products is, if you want to become a dealer applicator, you can go to our website, which is infernoware.net. You can create an account, fill out all of your information, and it will auto-generate a email response with all of your information to somebody on the sales team. We'll review it. We'll call you, give you the inside scoop on what's going on, and walk you through how to order from the website. It's pretty simple. Once we get the order from the website, it gets processed internally, and normally we can ship out within 2 to 3 business days, if not next day. I'd like to just tell everybody that's listening to give it a chance, give it a shot. Like, take that risk with InfernoWare to see the results. You know, if what we claim, we give a range of percentages where we think that the coating will be in specific applications. Might be on the high end, might be on the low end, but either way, you're going to see some sort of benefit from it. So that's how I'd like to finish it, is just, if you're on the fence about it, give us a call, explain your application, and let's see how we can make your product better.
Absolutely. Well, we're definitely looking forward to the growth of InfernoWare and everything else. And we'll be having another episode soon. And we'll look forward to hearing from you then.
Thanks. Appreciate it.
Thanks for listening to the InfernoWare experience. Stay tuned for more, and stay cool, you Giga Chads. This podcast was a production of Industrial Image Inc. Studios.